Be careful what you wish for, because there will be a lot of Democrats that will face a primary challenge from our revolution come next year.
Well, that's an interesting prediction.
I mean, look, like if I think Donna's absolutely right. This is the beginning of the starting gun to a bunch of primaries that are going to happen. We were talking about it in the green room. But the problem for Democrats right now is if they're primaried by a bunch of Bernie Sanders, AOC type Democrats, they're going to have a real hard problem flipping the House. I mean,
yeah, let's get in on this. Democrats are going to run a bunch. That's their future now. The wake up of the Democrat Party. They're running radicals like Bernie Sanders and AOC and their types. This is ABC News saying they're going to have a hard time flipping the House, and therefore the Senate also. This is for 2026. That's their big A game, is to try and cripple Trump by taking out the House and Senate so that it can take away his wallet, the ability to do the purse strings. They can do incredible damage. And we have to hold on to the House and Senate. Hugh Hewitt, conservative right-wing talk radio guy and half of a rhino, has said that, by tradition, the Republicans are probably going to lose the Senate in 26. He just flat out said that. That's what happens when you have the House, Senate, and the executive. The president, you usually lose out of the people wanting to keep things balanced, and the Democrats, they don't have a presidential primary to put all their money into, so they can put all their money into their swing states to try and wrestle back that Senate. But she's saying that because the Democrats are so focused on keeping radicals that they're going to lose. Welcome to the Doug channel. Let's watch the rest of this clip.
Look, they only have to win a couple of seats. And while these folks really sort of gin up the base, they get people really excited, Democrats really excited. When it comes to independent voters, a lot of those types think Democrats are out of touch. They don't like what they see as sort of Democrats moving further left. So that's not necessarily a win.
That is among normal people. They don't see Democrats as anything appealing or normal. So their only shot is going to be in incredibly radical, deep Democrat states. By the way, I saw a message from Tim Burchett today telling all Republicans, get off your victory lap, meaning from the last election. It's time to get to work on the next election, because he goes, the Democrats, he goes, if you think you can sit back and just have a victory lap, he goes, you will lose. You will lose the House and the Senate. Scott Presler right now is doing incredible work. He's the one that helped flip Pennsylvania. He's doing incredible work.
Hey everybody, this is Scott Presler. I'm out here knocking on doors in Green Bay, which is in Brown County, Wisconsin. Of course, I'm out here for Brad Schimmel. And look at me. My fingers are red. It's currently snowing right now. And I'm asking every single voter, you make a plan to vote on Tuesday, April 1st. And if you can't vote on April 1st, then make a plan to vote early. Go to myvote.wi.gov. You plug in your information for your home address, and you'll find out your early voting center. Bring your voter ID, because we still have voter ID in Wisconsin for now, and vote yes to the constitutional amendment, which will enshrine voter ID into the state constitution.
Continuing to register voters everywhere.
Nothing about your interview, I have to say, John. I mean, look, it's one thing to sort of energize the base. It's another thing to go directly after your party leadership. And obviously he dodged that question, tried to get up to leave.
Help me translate. Why was he so irritated at even the mention of AOC running for Senate?
Well, it's obviously a sensitive subject because he is on Chuck Schumer's leadership team. And so, if he goes out there and endorses a primary challenge to Schumer, I mean, that would be a total bloodbath. But look, the bloodbath is already happening. I mean, people are calling for Schumer to step aside. The problem is Schumer did what leaders do. You take bullets for your party if you think it's in the best interest. And there was real questions about what would have happened in a shutdown? How could Democrats have even won that?
There's no way that the Democrats could have known that the shutdown would have worked in their favor. These things backfire all the time. Well, they did not have the votes to resist that bill. The Democrats did not. So now they're trying to put their party back together. We're going to continue to fight them and make sure that they don't come up with a good plan. I'm going to tell you guys what their strategy is. And right now it looks like the only life in that party is coming from the far, far radicals of AOC, Bernie Sanders, Ilhan Omar, the squad type radicals that the general public is not going to go for. I'm Doug.